We coming for you, we coming for you real soon. We coming for you, you stink so bad I smell your doom. We coming for you, we coming for you real soon. You tried to lay us down, turn around, look, there's no...
Welcome to another edition of Itsamovementtv. It is your host, Chiffon111. You guys, I just first and foremost want to thank you, especially those who are leaving comments on my YouTube about Itsamovementtv. You guys have touched my heart. No, I'm really serious. You guys are killing it with the comments. You're only feeding me more energy to keep this show going and to continue to motivate and inspire you to make it do what it do. You got to live your dreams, you know what I mean? If you don't believe in you, who will? So I'm telling you, Itsamovementtv. We salute and support independent artists, entrepreneurs on the rise, and those who want to go after their dreams. We want to help you. Hit us up, leave a comment, let us know what we can do to make your dreams come true. This week's episode, I am displaying someone very special in my hometown, Peekskill, New York. Holla back, YH the family, and SHA, S to the T to the B. SHA STB. Hit her up on YouTube. Her music is hot. Her story is hot. She has been through it all and then some. I'm going to have an interview with her one of these days coming up and let her tell you guys how she overcame taking a bullet in the back and still standing strong all day long. Didn't leave it. Still in there. And she's still determined to stand, still determined to go after her music, and she's still determined to live her dreams. That's why she is our Indie Artist of the Week. We salute you, SHA. Keep it up. Never give up. Salute. Itsamovementtv. Holla at me, Chiffon111. Let's get that job done. Yeah.
Listen, I'ma give you every reason why it's time to let me in the game. It's my season. Number one, I know that I'm nice. I don't need your opinion, don't need your advice. You better think twice. I'm about my business, trying to step to me with that lame-ish. What is this? It's hard enough being female in hip-hop. I can hold my own with the thug, so you better stop. When you gon' hear that gun go pop, pop on the other block. When you ran, caught you with the Glock. See, I'm ready, I can't take it no more. You won't let me in the front, so I'm kicking down the back door. I got dreams, I believe to be true, and I ain't trying to impress you to show you what I do. I hold it down for the underground king. I'm like fire when you know I'm rocking the mic, so put your hands up if you know you feeling hip-hop, and always stand up, cause you know you gave it all you got. Sorry haters, we can't be stopped. Yeah, we all about that cheddar. It's time to get my guap. To all the radio stations around the nations, playing the same old songs. I'm still waiting, debating what I gotta do on how I should be in rotation with them too. It's a movement.com, so I'ma keep it moving, cause I know I got it going on. So get ready, I'm coming for you real soon. Underground, put it down, so you better give me room. So back up before you get it, cause I'ma still spit it, and I don't even care if you ain't with it. Yeah, like I said, I don't do this for you, so hear me clear. Get the F up out of here. Yeah, you're pissing me off. Just because I'm 5'1", you thinking I'm sore. If you listen close, you might learn something. Better yet, what you need to learn is have fun and acting like you something, but you really not. I ain't mean to put you on blast, I know your spot. So why you just try to keep it real with the deal? Better yet, I don't really care how you feel. So put your hands up if you know you feeling hip-hop, and always stand up if you give it all that you got. Sorry haters, we can't be stopped. Yeah, we all about that cheddar. It's time to get that guap. Put your hands up if you know you feeling hip-hop, and always stand up if you give it all that you got. Tell the haters I'm sorry, but you can't be stopped. Time to get the cheddar, time to get the guap. Put your hands up if you feeling hip-hop, and always stand up if you give it all that you got. Sorry haters, we can't be stopped. Yeah, we all about that cheddar. It's all about that guap.
What's up everybody, once again my name is Brandman Sean, and today we're going over how to go viral and maintain a career like Lil Dicky. Let's start here. The fact that Lil Dicky never considered himself to be a rapper in the first place. He never even wanted to be a career rapper. What he wanted to be was a comedian. But he wanted to figure out a way that he could stand out from other comedians, and he figured, why don't I just put these things in a rap? If you watch his very first video, which was My Ex-Girlfriend or Ex-Girlfriend, the music kinda sucked, but he told a good story and it was pretty funny, to the tune of being watched over 1 million times in one day. This is where we start to break things down. I've already stated the biggest part of Lil Dicky's success: standing out. He was trying to stand out from being a comedian, so he did this rap thing as a part of it, but he then ended up standing out as a rapper and catching this other wave of people just coming at him. He had this video. If you look at the video's funny. If you think about his name, Lil Dicky, what other guy is gonna call themselves Lil Dicky? Pretty much nobody. So yet another thing that made him stand out and people wonder about him. Does the dude got a little penis? I don't know. Don't really care, but I've seen interviews and people actually ask him. People might not think this portion about it is serious, but his skin color actually does play a part of it as well. When you talk about the fact that when he started to cross over into black media and the black hip-hop, because hip-hop has become so huge and worldwide now that they're actually segmented racially portions of hip-hop, weirdly enough too. He stood out as the one big white rapper in black media at the time. In the same way, it seems like it can only be one huge woman at a time in rap. But what about G-Eazy? If you think about G-Eazy, G-Eazy's probably actually way bigger than Lil Dicky as an act. However, somehow, someway, G-Eazy really hasn't made his way into the black side of hip-hop, particularly black media outlets for the most part, when you talk about, let's just say, the Shade Room or Breakfast Club and all those stations. And then yet again, he continues with this standing out with novel concepts like the song Save That Money, in a genre where so many people are talking about spending money, bling bling, throw money at strippers. And yet still he adds on to that with this novel concept of actually trying to save money in the video. For those of you who don't know, Lil Dicky, for the song video Save That Money, he attempted to not spend any money on the video. He was knocking on doors of rich people like, hey, can we use your house for the video? I don't know, it was like 50 times that he got turned down or something, until eventually this old lady said, sure, you can use our house. He used that house for the video. T-Pain actually called and asked if he could be in his video, and he used some of T-Pain's video for his own video. All in all, at the end of the day, he really didn't have to spend any money for the Save That Money video, which is just another part of the concept that blew him up even more because it created more attention, more media around him. The entertainment business is all about getting attention. Can't say that enough. That was like 4 or 5 different ways that he used to stand out as a rapper, comedian. And by the way, the Save That Money video also got over 1 million views in 17 hours. And before I forget, another example of how important and how beneficial standing out can be, think about Drake. Drake actually used singing intentionally to help separate him from other rappers. And it's not that other rappers had never done any kind of singing. You got Ja Rule, Kanye, but Drake was the first person, particularly in his era, to really fully commit as a singer and then rapper, or whichever you want to go. And finally, we're just now getting to the number 2 when we move into the how he sustained a career part. Lil Dicky's work ethic is actually very serious. If you look at his first song, that My Ex-Girlfriend, his rap skills were but now he's at the point where when he did the XXL cover and they did the freestyle cypher, his was on point, like for real. The dude's a beast in his own right now. And then number 3, surprise, surprise, authenticity. How many times are you gonna hear that in a Brand Man Sean video? But let me read this quote from Lil Dicky himself. I think my authenticity is a big thing. You can tell that I'm pouring my heart and soul into what I'm doing. And I'm gonna leave it at that. The people that rock with him and can relate to him, they F with him hard because he's authentic. So now he's on a trajectory where he actually has a real career in this rap thing, even though he was just trying to use it to get into the door as a comedian. Go figure. That's it. Hit that subscribe button.
You are strong because you used to be weak. You found a way to get back up again and again in situations that seemed bleak. You kept moving forward when others started to retreat. Your will to win is impeccable. And that's what makes you so hard to defeat. Your mindset is set to unbreakable. In the face of seemingly insurmountable odds, you remain unshakable. They thought they could break you, but they were sadly mistaken. You took your misery and turned it into history and accomplished feats that were not only earth-shaking, they were also record-breaking. Bruce Lee said, don't pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. I guess you said your prayers because you stand tall in situations where most would run. The world gets so caught up in measurables like height, weight, speed, IQ tests. But the most important measurable of all is the one they can never test. And that's the heart of a champion and the will to win. The passion and desire to fight, and fight to the very end. Just when they expect you to break like a levee, that's when you're at your best. Locked, loaded, and ready. And you tell life, bring it on. Please test me. Because they underestimated you and labeled you a loser. But at this very moment, you decided to be a chooser. Because you chose to dig deeper than you ever had before. And that's the exact reason why success is now knocking at your door. For so long you were losing, but you knew you deserved so much more. And that's when your will to win kicked in and helped you ascend to the ceiling from the floor. And now there are no limits to the realms of greatness you will reach. The will to win is something they can never teach. The will to win happens when you make the decision to finally unleash your inner beast to the world. This is a great day to win.
What's good? It's your host, Chiffon111. Welcome to another edition of Itsamovementttv TV. Y'all already know what we do. This is the next hottest artist on the rise. Yo, shout out my peoples and let them know who you are and where they can find you at.
You know the vibes, it's SHA STB. You can find me on all platforms at SHA STB or SHA_STB. I'm on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, everything. You name it. I got new music dropping. I got a whole bunch of music over the alley. Just go tune in, look at me.
Yo, you know they about to tune in because you know I'm about to play your video. And what video we about to show for the listeners?
Hallways, SHA STB_Hallways.
Okay, and Hallways, what inspired you to do that song?
I was with my friends. We were sitting in her girlfriend's house and we were just listening to beats, and we was in an apartment building at the time. So I was just like, I've been traveling in Hallways, how to get it to Harlem. And we just kept going back and forth over each other. They in our song too. Shout out Lil Dicky and ALTICE. You know what?
Yo, that's what's really good. And what I hear is you're self-made. You actually record and write your music?
Yeah, I record and write my music all right here in my Yeah, basically I just listen to beats and whatever comes to me, I just type it down. I don't even write like who I type in my phone. I just type it and just go from there and put it together.
Yo, that's what it is. Y'all see it first. It's SHA_S to the T to the B. You already know it's a Movement TV. We look forward to following her career. Yo, support the indie artists on the rise. You dig me? Holla at me, it's a Movement TV. And we support her.
Hey, yo, it's the fucking big K, you heard? Straight now, you ain't know I'm coming, man.
Okay.
Bring on big money, you heard? Be on real soon. Everything fucking move, you heard?
Yeah,
Ready up next.
yeah.
I've been drippin', baby girl, just listen. I've been sippin', this lean got me trippin'. I done pulled it and pulled it and pulled it up. I got 4 lines, I put in a double cup. I've been drippin', baby girl, just listen. I've been sippin', this lean got me trippin'. I done pulled it and pulled it and pulled it up. I got 4 lines, I put in a double cup. I'ma slide with a Mac talk. Lace books, he just back, but that nigga won't act up. And I filled up the act cup. Sippin' with my team, that nigga try to act up. Bet these bills gon' hit him. If I miss one, slide twice, bullets gon' split him. That nigga try to play me. I'm foaming at the mouth like a raccoon with rabies. Straight killing niggas' babies. If a nigga try to play me, I'ma shoot like I'm Katie. I ain't come here to fight. J Block on the right, he towing that pipe. MK gon' slide. Chippy low with a 9, let these pussies ride. And we smoking on trip. Fuck a roller, fuck a folk, tell them niggas up there. Drippin', baby girl, just listen. I've been sippin', this lean got me trippin'. I done pulled it and pulled baby girl, just listen. I've been sipping, this lean got me tripping. I done pulled it and pulled it and pulled it up. I got 4 lines, I put in a double cup.
Since I see them up with the toaster, got fans that really wanna know us. Better block through dudes, keep it on me. See a op in this bitch, hit a shorty. 15 fuck a bitch like 20. For the money, 300 get party. Put a rip in his face, make him ugly. If you ever drop a hat, you a dummy. Oh God, I'ma ride out for my niggas. Better block with this little dudes, 5 niggas. With the moves in the streets, post it up though. Heart to heart, yeah, my third know what's up though. With the moves in the streets, post it up though. Heart to heart, yeah, my third know what's up though, yeah. Yeah, free the trippy dropper, bitch. Free 38. Nigga, I keep the grip in my backpack. Hit a lick, I said, come get your pack back. Peso, that's my boy, he the drive up. I kill a op if he pop off. I don't like cause I keep me in my talk. I kill a op if he pop off. I don't like cause I keep me in my talk. Peso, that's my boy, he the drive up. I don't like cause I keep me a doozy. Nigga keep talking like tell him come shoot me. Free of my guys ain't telling. Couple hitters got book with a weapon. This gun got a kick like Jet Li. Better move out cause I'm leaving you deadly. If you want me to feature, then get breached. Walking the field with my niggas like 10 deep.
We coming for you, we coming for you real soon. We coming for you, you stink so bad I smell your doom. We coming for you, we coming for you real soon. You tried to lay us down, turn around.
What's up, everybody? Once again, it's Brandon Man Sean, and today we got to talk about the unorthodox rise of Brockhampton and how the group ended up making $1.2 million in merch in a couple of months. So what exactly is so unorthodox about the rise of Brockhampton? Outside of the fact that it's a boy band within rap, which you pretty much have never seen a rap group describe themselves as a boy band, they actually started on Kanye Tiller. Now, I've spent quite a bit of time on that site and those forums. Don't know if you have, but Kevin Abstract, who many people see as kind of the leading man of the band, and several of the other band members have been posting on the website for years, and they started the group in a thread on that website. As a matter of fact, if you go to the website, you'll be able to find threads where people are asking, yo, didn't they used to post here? And that in itself created something for their brand. Number one, you already inject yourself into a community and they get a chance to test their audience, test their music, see if people actually like it. And then on top of that, once they blow up, people in the forum kind of feel a connection to them, like, yo, they started here, just like you might feel a connection to a star who went to your high school and now they blew up. Now, you can't really talk about the blow up of Brockhampton without talking about the unique brand of Kevin Abstract. Now, what's so unique about his brand? Well, one of the big things that a lot of people talk about is the fact that he's gay. And it's not just the fact that he's gay, but he's openly gay. And how openly gay is he? Well, he's get his dick sucked by a football player in a music video gay. There is some shock value that comes into play when thinking about how Kevin Abstract puts his sexuality on Front Street, but it's not just that. What's bigger than that is the fact that he's actually dope, and that's why people care so much in the first place.
I spit my heart out, looking out for my best interests. He gave me good head, peeping out while the windows tinted. I speak in tongues and I arrive without a damn mention.
As a matter of fact, he has to be 3 times doper than other people because of his sexuality just to get the respect. That's just how it works when you're a minority in any kind of category. Think about Eminem. When he blew up, it was in a time where being a white rapper was a stigma. There was a lot of stigma around being a white rapper, so much so that to blow up as a white rapper, you had to be Eminem. Now, the other thing that goes undervalued when talking about Kevin Abstract and his sexuality is the value of his group. Now, I don't know the sexuality of everybody in the group. It's like 15 of them, and I don't got time to be researching what a bunch of dudes are doing with their dick. But I do know for a fact from listening to the music that all of them are not gay. And where it's a very strong statement for Kevin Abstract to display his sexuality as he does, the fact that he's a part of a group with other straight males that just aren't fazed by the fact that he's not only openly gay, but he's pushing it to the limit and really shocking people with some of the ways he displays this, actually is even stronger by saying, yeah, so what, he's gay. It's not really a big deal because they're not making a big deal out of it. They're in the group, and that makes them more digestible in some ways for some crowds because, hey, let's be real, there's probably some people where Kevin's their favorite, but they're not gonna say that openly, so they're just down low Kevin fans. And obviously another big part of their blow up is saturation 1, 2, 3. And what's really great about the concept is we're in an age where high volume releases is a thing. I don't understand why there's still artists who are like, man, am I releasing too much music? It's hard to release too much music when people got other decisions that they can make. If they want to turn you off, they just, you know, go to somebody else and then come back. But what makes the way they did the high volume strategy so dope is the fact that they actually owned it and turned it into a concept. Saturation, because you're saturating this market with content, ideas, so many ways you can flip that, but they're giving you a lot, and they told you that they were going to give you a lot. Now, if you've seen my video 5 reasons to drop a lot of projects, you'll understand the value of dropping a full project instead of just a single. And then you've seen my other video 5 reasons to drop a lot of music, then you'll also see the reason it can be very valuable for an artist to drop a lot of music. Now, what they did was combine those two things, which became even more powerful because they dropped a lot of music, but they did it in the concept of multiple projects. Check out those videos if you want to understand deeper, because there's some more Brockhampton we got to talk about. Now, if you've been watching this channel for any decent amount of time, you know that there's more than blowing up than just what we've mentioned so far. So what are their connections? What are the things that helped them get over the hump? One of the big things was John Tanners. Now, John Tanners is a very well-respected blogger, not just a blogger, but a legitimate writer. He's one of the people that gave Gold Link Blog Spotlight early on, and he's been posting people in Brockhampton for years. Now, I don't know the full context of that relationship, so I don't know if he put them in contact with anybody else, but what I do know is it's clear that they were able to get to a lot of credible publications like Vice, a lot of good content that create top context for the group and give them a lot of good looks. So outside of getting into these publications, could just be a dope ass PR manager. Jaden Smith and Tyler the Creator actually showed up to Kevin Abstract's mixtape release party. I don't really care how the connection's there, that's not what I do, but it is worth noting because it shows that they were able to figure out ways to get their music to relevant people. And with all of this and all the things that were mentioned, they were building a brand, and they built a very strong brand, which leads to that $1.2 million in merch in 2 months. Now, I gotta say that $1.2 million number is not something you're gonna find anywhere that I know of right now. I got it from an anonymous source, and trust me, it is credible, just can't say because, you know, that's what anonymous means. After saturation 1, saturation 2, and letting people know that saturation 3 is coming, they let you know that they also got a box set of 1, 2, and of course 3 with some extra tidbits in there, dropping just in time for Christmas. And when you went to go buy the box set, there were also some upsells as well, which meant when I'm about to buy this box set, it also said, yo, you want this hoodie? They gave them some more value and people spent some more money. And when you look at how they branded themselves with such a very strong concrete vision, that's why I don't want people to undermine what it took to do what they did. They had multiple people. To have that many people move in alignment, and the fact that they were posting for years, this isn't just a blow up overnight story like a lot of people like to say, hey, they had connections, they blew up. They had a very strong vision that you can't ignore when you look at the aesthetic, getting this many people in line and then brand themselves and hitting a very specific audience and type of individual that they were representing. They found their pocket and built a legitimate fan base. Saturation 1 and 2 was basically them marketing themselves. Like I always say, music today is the marketing. And then before the third one came out, they already had a hype machine built. They let you know that you could get 3. They trolled that it was gonna be their last studio album, and then provided this box set, this nice little box set to commemorate this whole series. They created demand with their music, and then they fed the beast with something that their fans would see of value and worth purchasing. That's exactly what every artist should be trying to do in today's music environment. But anyway, I could go on for days. There were actually a lot of semi-topics that I wanted to go deeper into with this video, but it was gonna be too long, at least for my taste. Other than that, if you like this video, then hit that like button, and if you like it, you might as well share it. And if you ain't subscribed, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button.
It's a lot of responsibility trying to change the world.
But through it all, I never give up on my people. Woke up this morning, feeling like a Billy, taking on the world, yeah. Y'all know the dilly. I had to write this song for those that doubt it. Watching me sink in that sinkhole like I wouldn't right about it. Yeah, baby, I'm bout it. Had to go for doubt. I'm down to lend a helping hand in the world that wouldn't give help. Trusted a couple dudes I probably should've lost. Shit. I was crossed, but it cost to be the boss. I lost a couple chicks I should've wiped up quick. Had a couple of jump offs I shouldn't have gave. It's a circle of life, what goes around comes back. Put my life on these tracks and try to live on track. Through the struggle and the pain, I still grin. Thick wifey, thick wallet, thick skin. In a world where we're lost, our destinies to win. It's hard when everything that feels right is considered sin. It's even harder when you're treated wrong because of skin. Breathe on that, just let that line sink in. You see, I'm proud of who I was, I'm proud of who I am. The system won't allow a black man to be a man, so once I'm in the system, I try to learn it and understand. It's sort of like a hustle, learn the laws of the land. The government, they get to connect and they hit the strip. Get a couple people they trust and make it legit. Talk about getting their money, getting equipped. Sell dreams to fiends and they reap the benefits. You waiting on the change because your patience is a virtue. The sad thing is everything they selling you will hurt you. The sad thing is everyone you listen to ain't speaking. It's sad cause everybody out here rapping but ain't teaching. The sad thing is I ain't the only one that's trying to reach it. The sad thing is half of y'all don't even know you need me. I won't give up hope. It's like a dope fiend won't give up dope. I'm an addict for change, addicted to stopping my people's hurt. Politics, music, man, something's gotta work. How can I teach 90 million folk to understand their words? Just throwing the suit, the two greatest influences. Yeah, this is true. I gotta do what I gotta do just to get through to you. Yo, Em, I thought I told you loop the beat.
Yo, Noodle, I got you. Yo, go back in, son. It's time, go back in.
Hopefully I'm on the station you be listening to. Your biggest influence will tell you, yo, come listen to New. If not here, I hope you catch me at the podium. He say he loves his entire community. Look how hard he'll go for them. Look how far he'll go for them. Music should be timeless. If you're feeling down, it's packaged for you, just rewind it. And if you fall down, the one thing that sucks is you must rely on you to get your ass back up. You can blame this whole world for your condition, but this world can never bring you down without permission. They told us go to school, but never told us have a vision. They told us get a job, but never told us own the business. Who thought we'd make it this far? Whoever thought I'd drive in this car? Whoever thought my son would wake up to a father that is a star? None of us being just who we are. No more snoozing. Everybody winning now, no more losing. And if you put your mind to it, remember you can do it. And we'll unite the world through the politics and music.
Oh, you gotta have.
Stay woke, stay woke.
Oh, you gotta have.
And through it all, I never give up on my people.
They only talk about your problems. They never speak about your options. You're just another at the bottom. Guess they believe you cannot solve them, but I know, I tell you what I know. I've been places where hope goes. I believe it, hope it really does flow. Wherever you carry your hope, it will hold. When you need to get by, you gotta have.
Never give up on my people.
I won't stop.
My people. My people.
Friday is Juneteenth.
Discrimination based on race, religion, and sex. Also bans job decisions because of sexual orientation and gender identity.
What's up, everybody? Once again, it's Sean Taylor, and I believe that artists should control their own destiny, which is why I bring information like this. Nipsey Hussle's 12 tips to build a music empire independently. So if you don't know who Nipsey Hussle is, he's that guy that you might have heard of when he sold that $100 mixtape, and Jay-Z bought like 1,000 copies of the mixtape, but he also sold other copies of it. So that's just a real short snippet. And how can somebody that's not really super known sell $100 copies of his mixtape? We'll get into it and how he does it. Here's his tips.
Like I talk about, I was in the streets. I had money, I had spots, and I sold all my jewelry, sold my cars, and bought studio equipment and devoted myself to it. And I made a lot of music. Majority of the stuff that was on Bullets Ain't Got No Names 1 and 2, I made before my deal.
Number 1, commit. He got rid of all his chains and sold all his stuff, like he said, just because he knew he was going in a new direction. He didn't want to be on the streets no more. He's committed to this music. Number 1, commit. Number 2, collaborate. So, Kendrick, YG, Dom Kennedy, Nipsey Hussle himself, those guys all collaborated a lot in the beginning of their careers, particularly with each other, because they were in the same areas. And you could take advantage of this too, because it allows you to build a fan base, especially if you're in the city, so you can get the most out of the area that you're in.
I got a few mentors that just put me on books and literature and all that. Big Bob Francis, one of them. And so, he told me about this book called Contagious.
Contagious,
Yeah, so I got to the second chapter of that, and it was just talking about how this restaurant owner in Philly started selling Philly cheesesteaks for $100 out of his restaurant. And it just was like, it set off all type of conversation. Everybody was talking about it. Then all type of influential people came through him and just wanted to check out why it was $100. Like Oprah came through and bought one. David Letterman bought one. He got all type of exposure and publicity. And then it became like a staple, and everybody started coming through supporting, buying a $100 cheesesteak. So I put the book down, and I was like, yeah, we got to do that with the album. Nobody did that with music.
So this is how he came up with this $100 mixtape or album idea. Studying. He also mentioned having a mentor. I suggest everybody get mentors to help them in career, building an empire, whatever you want to do. But study. He's looking for other information. A lot of people in the hip hop game don't study. He's reading books, and he's actually using the information.
Yeah, some people won't even go back and get it though.
If it's whack, you know, you like, I ain't gonna listen to it. Why pay for it?
I hear you.
So I'm like, I just wanted to test out what offering it free would do.
Experiment, right? Once again, like I said, not only is he studying, but he experimented and tested those ideas out, right? Because not only did he have that $100 copy that came with merch and a free concert pass and things like that, but he also had a $9.99 copy that was just a streaming copy, and then he also had a free copy. He said he wanted to see what it did, and then he paid attention, which is also going right into this right here.
When I came back from touring the world off Team C, I was like, I know why they fucking with me. I'm like, I know what it is. It took me 5-6 mixtapes to really catch it, but I was like, I know why. I know what it is that they connected to. And so Crenshaw was me trying to just saturate the thing with a project with the type of raps and the type of music that they've connected to me for. I think that.
So this is that experimenting and paying attention. He had 6 mixtapes. Obviously, you experiment in your own music, but then he paid attention to say, okay, throughout this entire process of all these mixtapes, I'm starting to realize exactly what they fuck with about me. Because once you do that, then you have all the power. You paid attention to the people. Now you can give the people what they want.
I think it's your job to distinguish yourself. Branding is about your differences.
Yeah, right.
It's about shouting out your differences. It ain't about, what's the same about
and you. Know what
Exactly. Right? Just like that process. So once he paid attention, saw what they connect with, now he knows what his differences are. He knows what other people like about him, and he can give them more of that. So then they can give themselves more of them. And now he has this fan base that's growing. That's tip number 5 from Nipsey.
But it'd be the right move for you.
Yeah, they know my philosophy. They know my business model. I need to be involved as a partner. I need to be an owner.
I heard
and they know that we ain't going to have combos if it don't start like that.
And that's tip number 6. It gets real heavy. 7. When it comes to that ownership. Did I skip something? I don't know. But when it comes to Nipsey, he's super strong on the ownership, and we'll see a little bit more on this later.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm at the table at every negotiation. I'm in control of everything to do with my brand. To me, that's the power. That's where the side conversation turns into new opportunity.
Right. So not only does being an owner mean you own something, but there's this additional benefit when it comes to the power that it affords you. So when you want to think about ownership, if you don't own, you don't have the power for decision making. If you don't have the power for decision making, you're not going to be in decision making meetings. In those meetings, that's when the big wigs, that's when the people who really make those moves are meeting, right? So if you can't be in that meeting, you're not going to build relationships for the people who could really make stuff happen. Yeah, it's nice to deal with some kind of distributor or just your manager or A&R, but if you can't have that meeting with the guy who runs, let's just say Disney or some kind of huge company that might even just want to license all your stuff and give you all these additional opportunities, then you're missing out on opportunities, which is what most artists do. I'm not trading ownership of the only asset I have, which is my intellectual property. That's his music. It's pretty much true for every artist. All they got is their music. Don't give it up.
Not go anywhere else. Why you feel like, man, you know what, I need to build my own compound?
Man, I just believe in ownership.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I believe in, investing in yourself. When you make money, you can easily go a lot of places. But I just feel like, your foundation should be strong.
He's super consistent with this. So he made his own compound, his own recording studio, like 4 recording studios worth in one studio. So I think he had like 4 session rooms. But when you do something like this, you have to invest in yourself. When you own, then you want to invest, then own more, invest, own more, continue this cycle. And this is how you slowly but surely build an empire. And next thing you know, you buy out the building, you are helping and putting other people on. That's what really, really having an empire is like.
Yo, what's up? It's your girl SHA STB. You can hit me up on all platforms at SHA_STB or SHA STB. My Instagram is SHA_STB. My YouTube is SHA STB. I got music on all platforms: Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, everything. You name it. Hit me up at SHA STB. Everything is SHA STB. SHA_STB or SHA STB. I'm on everything.
I've been trapping it always, yeah. I've been trapping it always, how to get it the hard way, fuck what the law say. I've been getting the money, I've been counting them bitches, yeah, that's what they all say. You told me she love me, do I look like a dummy, yeah, that's what they all say. When you in the gym, tell all your man, told you gon' do it the hard way. I've been trapping it always, how to get it the hard way, fuck what the law say. I've been getting the money, I've been counting them bitches, yeah, that's what they all say. You told me she love me, do I look like a dummy, yeah, that's what they all say. When you in the gym, tell all your man, told you gon' do it the hard way. I've been trapping it always, how to get it the hard way, fuck what the law say. I've been getting the money, I've been counting them bitches, yeah, that's what they all say. You told me she love me, do I look like a dummy, yeah, that's what they all say. When you in the gym, tell all your man, told you gon' do it the hard way. I've been trapping it always, I came out the mud, these bitches all on me. Yeah, these bitches is corny, they cannot afford me, lose when I call me. I've been getting this money, it's still free to God, cause I rain and get sunny. All you niggas is dummies, if I slide with a drink, it's gon' aim for your tummy. And free to be low, bitch, this ain't a joke, bitch, yeah, he's in shots and he blow shit. I've been cooking up dope shit, I got a dope bitch, stay in your lane and we blow shit. And free to be low, bitch, this ain't a joke, bitch, yeah, he's in shots and he blow shit. I've been cooking up dope shit, I got a dope bitch, stay in your lane and we blow shit. I've been dropping it always, how to get it the hard way, fuck what the law say. I've been getting the money, I've been counting them bitches, yeah, that's what they all say. Your bitch told me she love me, do I look like a dummy, yeah, that's what they all say. When you in the gym, tell on your man, told you gon' do it the hard way. I've been dropping it always, how to get it the hard way, fuck what the law say. I've been getting the money, I've been counting them bitches, yeah, that's what they all say. Your bitch told me she love me, do I look like a dummy, yeah, that's what they all say. When you in the gym, tell on your man, told you gon' do it the hard way.
Yeah, I'm getting money, I'm stacking them pesos, I'm getting that bankroll. These niggas be phony, no, I cannot trust them, so I keep that dang close. I'm trapping it always, I'm getting this chicken, I stay in the safe clothes. My bitch got the Fiji, I tell her I love her, she tell me she need me. Do whatever to please me, she stay with my sons and she never will leave me. Yeah, we getting greasy, we so rated on, no, we can't keep it PG. Yeah, you know what shop be, I stay with them bubbles, I can't be no busty. These niggas can't touch me, I stay going hard, I never was lucky. Yeah, I got the drip sauce, but I cannot stop till I got my wrist froze. Milan on my body, I'm married to denims and loving the drip toe. This little bitch is bargain, I told her back up cause I do not kiss hoes. Told my bitch I'm a genie, so I make it hard, whatever she wish for.
I've been dropping it always, how to get it the hard way, fuck what the law say. I've been getting the money, I've been counting them bitches, yeah, that's what they all say. Your bitch told me she love me, do I look like a dummy, yeah, that's what they all say. When you in the gym, tell on your man, told you gon' do it the hard way.
bitch, I'ma just fucking your wife now. I bust on that patty, got foot on my wrist. Yeah, bitch, I'm on line and she take well. And Lily, I been in my bringing, I'm chasing this bread, oh. I can get cold in numbers, gotta walk with the fat, oh. I need to get talking this, my he just talk with the net, oh. I need to get talking this, my he just talk with the net, oh.
I've been dropping it always, had to get it the hard way, fuck with the low say. I've been getting the money, I've been counting the millions, yeah, that's what they all say. If it's told me she love me, do I look like a dummy, yeah, that's what they all say. When you in the gym, tell on your man, told you gon' do it the hard way. I've been dropping it always, had to get it the hard way, fuck with the low say. I've been getting the money, I've been counting the millions, yeah, that's what they all say. If it's told me she love me, do I look like a dummy, yeah, that's what they all say. When you in the gym, tell on your man, told you gon' do it the hard way. Do it the hard way. Do it the hard way. Hey, yeah. Fuck what the law say.
We coming for you, we coming for you real soon. We coming for you, you stink so bad I smell your doom. We coming for you real soon. You tried to lay us down, turn around, look, there's no.
Hey rappers, what's good? In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the 2 most important places that you need to be posting your music. Hey, what's up? My name is HitPlay of HitPlayBeats.com, and my goal is to help provide rappers with the knowledge they're going to need in order to turn their dreams into their careers. So if you're a serious rapper, make sure you go ahead and you hit that subscribe button down below, and you click the notification bell to get notified every time I release a new video. Also, if you like any of the beats you hear in the background of this video, I'll have all the direct links listed to each of those beats in the description below. So I wanted to make this video because I keep running into rappers, whether it be at local events or at local studios or online, and like there's this one commonality that I keep finding in everybody that I keep meeting. And I don't know if it's just the people that I'm meeting, because I know that there's other artists that don't do this, but it's just the people that I keep running across. So I kind of wanted to address this. So I keep running into rappers that they're really talented, they have really good music, but they're only posting their music to SoundCloud. And while that's great because I know it's a free platform, you can put your music up, and I know that there's this idea that, you know, if you just post enough music or you post music on SoundCloud that you can blow up through SoundCloud. And while that's not entirely not true, it's incredibly difficult because there's so many people doing that, and there's so much music that's being posted to SoundCloud every single day that you have to get really lucky. Like, you literally have to be 1 in a million just to get that opportunity to be on that chart, just so you can be exposed to so many people. And so one of my biggest pet peeves as of recently is that hoping for that and hoping that you blow up isn't a strategy, right? It's not bad to dream and hope that that works out, but there's other stuff you can do in the meantime and that you should be doing in the meantime if you're serious about doing this as a career. So one of the other things that you need to be doing as an artist, and like your main key objective, is to have your music on as many different platforms that people can discover it on as possible. So if you're only posting your music to SoundCloud, you're limiting the amount of reach and potential fans that you can get on a daily and weekly basis. That also being said, a lot of people are not discovering new music on SoundCloud. A lot of people that I know that listen to hip hop and rap music on a regular basis don't even know what SoundCloud is, and they didn't until I told them about it. However, these are the same people that come to me on a weekly, monthly basis that say, hey, have you heard that new song from so-and-so? And they're always finding new artists and new songs. And so I'm going to tell you in this video the 2 places that I keep hearing everybody mention that they're finding new music. And those 2 places are YouTube and Spotify. So a lot of people find music through Spotify playlists because once a song reaches a certain point and it gets a certain amount of plays in a week, it gets thrown into certain playlists and people can discover it a lot easier. Not only that, you have other people sharing music, talking about it because it's in different playlists and they discovered it and they're showing their friends, right? That's just Spotify. On YouTube, it works a little bit differently, where if a video or your music video or lyric video or remix video gets a certain amount of views and a certain amount of watch time within a certain amount of allotted time, then they'll start promoting it on the related or like recent release page or like the front page of YouTube where a lot of people would see it that are interested in hip hop music or remixes or whatever. It's because of these algorithms that are on both of these platforms that it's helping users find new music on a regular basis. And I wanted to let you guys know this because if you're not on these platforms yet, you're limiting the amount of reach that you have every single day. You're limiting the amount of potential fans and listens and plays that you can get every single day. Because with YouTube, as an example, like with basic SEO, which stands for search engine optimization, which is how you get videos to be searchable, right? With basic SEO skills, which you can literally Google, like you can search on YouTube and say, how do I rank a video? Or how do I get more views on YouTube? Or like, how do I do SEO for my videos? And you'll find a ton of things, 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes you can go through, learn what you need to actually be doing to like start getting views and stuff on your videos. On Spotify, it's a little trickier. You need to have an actual fan base and you need to get a certain amount of plays on a consistent basis so that you can start getting into Spotify playlists and have the algorithm on Spotify recommend your music to people. So even though Spotify is tricky in the beginning, you still need to have your music there because anything can happen. And I know a lot more people listen to music on Spotify on a regular basis, and they're going to add your music to a playlist too if they like your song. So that means that you can get more and more plays every single month because they added your song to a playlist. And so if you don't have any of your music up on Spotify, I have a link in the description that'll give you a discount to DistroKid. It's like $20 for a year, but there's a certain percentage you get off when you click the link in the description. So you can go ahead and check that out if you don't have any music up already. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, make sure you go ahead and you hit that like button down below. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, ideas for future videos, go ahead and drop that in the comment section below as well. And until next time, guys, here's some more videos.
Life is about moments. Life is about remembering that one thing that changed my life. Come on, man. Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself? Give me my ones, give me my ones. Take it home. Let's go, let's go. Tough hands. Yeah, yeah. That's what I like. That's what I like right there.
All the world will be your enemy. Prince with 1,000 enemies.
What is that one moment? What is that one race? What's that one fight I found myself in that I had to make up my mind that I was gonna be different? What makes me different? When I get up every day, if it's somebody else as hungry as me, what makes them choose me?
Alright, so we're gonna race now. Who you think gonna win? Who gonna win? Who gonna win? That's me. I think we're gonna win. You're not gonna beat him. not fast enough. You want to race? You faster than
Nobody fast.
All right, we're going to see. Let's race.
And to be different, it's got to come from your gut. It's got to come from your heart, your mind, your soul, your spirit. You got to be willing to die for it every second of your life.
Let's go, everybody. Bring it up, bring it up. If you don't want it, somebody else got to come in here and take it, okay? You got to want it. You want to be dominant. If you don't want it, somebody else is going to come in and take somebody's spot. Who will? Oh, yes, baby. Oh, yes, baby. This is hard. This is hard. Who's going to step up? Step up. Oh, look who it is. Woo.
Most athletes say talent will take you a long ways. I tell you, effort will last eternity. Effort.
We coming for you. We coming for you real soon. We coming for you. You stink so bad I smell your doom. We coming for you. We coming for you real soon. You tried to lay us down, turn around. Look, there's no.
Never give up on your dreams. Believe in yourself. Chiffon 111. I've been through it all. I gave it all I got. I stayed dedicated. It's time to rock the spot. I've been through the struggles, been through the pain. I'm staying independent. It's running all through my veins. I've been through it all. I gave it all I got. Was inspired by the crowd when they said that I'm high. I've been through it all. Never did I quit. I'm staying independent, and yes, I meant it. It's my time, time for me to take that. Never looking back. Now y'all know that's true fact. So check this out, I'm first on the list. Got the haters staring at me with their face looking pissed. Why you mad? Cause I made it. I got my homies in the VIP, we getting faded. And they deserve it just like I do. They had my back, that's a fact. So now I got you. Yeah, it's all year. Did you hear? Get it right. Put Tony on the beat. All I need is one mic. Hashtag Nas. I rep the pioneers of hip hop. Chiffon 111. And you know I won't stop. I gave it all I got. I stay dedicated. It's time to rock the spot. I've been through the struggles, been through the pain. I'm staying independent. It's running all through my veins. I've been through it all. Gave it all I got. Was inspired by the crowd when they said that I'm high. I've been through it all. And never did I quit. I'm staying independent, and yes, I meant it. Never will I stop, never will I quit, cause I'm legit dedicated to this shit, yeah, I admit. Yo, I was born for the hip-hop, that's true facts. I'm old school with a twisted new, handle that. And to the pioneers of hip-hop, I salute you. And new school, don't be rude with your attitude. Show homage, don't get me vexed, DMX. And get to know me, cause you know why, cause I'm the next. I can make a clap to this, yeah, right, Eric Rock, I'm still high. Tell me now, listen, we never give up on your dreams. And me, we strictly believers. So show respect. Did you hear me clear? The pioneers are back, and this is our year. The independent taking over, coming full force. But let me tell you what's really major is stay lost. It's time to rock the skies. I've been through the struggles. It's time to rock the spot. I've been through the struggles. It's running all pain. I'm staying through it all. I gave my pain. I've been
independent, and yes, I meant it. Never looking back. Now y'all know that's true facts. So check this out. I'm first on the list. Got the haters staring at me with they face up in this. Why you mad? Cause of me. I got my homies in the VIP, we getting faded. Yo, they deserve it just like I do. They had my back, that's a fact. So now I got you. Yeah, it's all year. Did you hear? Get it right. Put Tony on the beat. All I need is one mic. Hashtag Nas. I rep the pioneers of hip-hop. Chiffon111. And you know I won't stop. I gave it all I got. I stay dedicated. It's time to rock the spot. I've been through the struggles, been through the pain. I'm staying independent. It's running all through my veins. I've been through it all. Gave it all I got. Was inspired by the crowd when they said that I'm high. I've been through it all. And never did I quit. I'm staying independent, and yes, I meant it. Never will I stop, never will I quit, cause I'm legit dedicated to this shit, yeah, I admit. Yo, I was born for the hip-hop, that's true facts. I'm old school with a twist of new. Handle that, and to the pioneers of hip-hop, I salute you. And new school, don't be rude with your attitude. Show homage, don't get me vexed, DMX. And get to know me, cause you know why, cause I'm who next. I can make a clap to this, yeah, get it right. Eric B and Rakim still high on the mic. So tell me now, yo, listen, what is this? EPMD and me, we strictly business. So show respect. Did you hear me clear? The pioneers are back, and this is our year. The independent taking over, coming full force. But let me tell you what's really major. It's they laws. I've been through it all. Gave it all I got. I stay dedicated. It's time to rock the spot. I've been through the struggles, been through the pain. I'm staying independent. It's running all through my veins. I've been through it all. I gave it all I got. Was inspired by the crowd when they said that I'm high. I've been through it all, and never did I quit. I'm staying independent, and yes, I meant it. We coming for you, we coming for you real soon. We coming for you, you stink so bad I smell your doom. We coming for you, we coming for you real soon. You tried to lay us down, turn around, look, there's no